Good morning from the European Parliament. Now, this institution doesn't set the EU's foreign policy, of course, but traditionally it has taken a staunchly critical stance towards the Iranian regime. And to discuss more, I'm now joined by the chair of the Parliament's Iran delegation, MEP Hannah Neumann. Good morning. Let me start with this. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has been killed in this war, only to be replaced by his son. Is this war doing anything, in your view, to help the Iranian people?
Good morning from Strasbourg. And Ayatollah Khamenei was responsible for the death and the brutal repression for so many Iranians. So his death has sparked some hopes, but him being replaced with his son just signals a sign of continuity and of more repression. So this clearly is not what Iranians had hoped for.
OK, and yesterday we heard Commission Chief Ursula von der Leyen saying there's two schools of thought here with this war. One saying this is a war of choice by the US and Israel, and the other saying, well, this is a war of necessity, this was needed. Where do you stand?
Donald Trump promised that help is on the way to the protesters before he started this war. Right now, we see him, and I mean, some of you saw the press conference yesterday. It is quite unclear what his goals are, what his strategies are to get there. And he's gambling with the life of 90 million Iranians and the whole region. And I frankly say I can't endorse a war where I don't know what the goal is nor what the strategy is, and Iranians clearly deserve better.
You say you don't know what the goal is. If it is regime change, is it right in your view to seek a change in the regime through force?
It will be quite a difficult way to get to regime change. What is clear is that in the long run, regime change can only come from the inside. So when people from the Revolutionary Guards, from the army, defect, and when there's a broad coalition of people from inside and outside of Iran who represent the diversity of Iran, who really come up with a new vision for this country, this cannot come by bombs alone.
And in this context, then, what can the EU do? We've seen quite a fragmented response. Spain and Slovenia outliers in the condemnation of the initial attack. What can it do to exert diplomatic leverage here and urge de-escalation?
I think we have to indeed urge for de-escalation. The first thing is to work together with the Gulf countries. This is not our war, but we have to deal with the consequences. And the same is true for the Gulf countries, even worse. So I think we should work together with the Gulf countries to push for de-escalation towards Trump and Israel, to clearly make them understand what they are gambling with and to tell us what their goals, what their strategies are, and then have a reasonable discussion, but also towards the Iranian regime, because the regime is going to fall. The question is how many of its own people and how much of the region are they dragging into the abyss, and I think we should make this as short as possible.
OK, MEP Neumann, thank you so much. And Maeve, there will be a 3-hour special debate here in the Parliament tomorrow morning on the escalation situation in the Middle East. Back to you.